Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to make just a tiny little star notebook. And I saw this on Pinterest, and I think they called it a home book or welcome home book or something to that effect. I'm not sure. All I saw was it made, and I really didn't even see who made it. When I clicked on it, all it came up was a picture, not a link or anything like that. So I'm going to make it, and we're just going to call it a tiny notebook. A tiny star notebook, that's what we're going to call it. So you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard. Now you can use chipboard that comes from packaging or from cereal boxes, whatever. I just had a couple of scraps. They're going to need to be 2 by 2. And again, don't worry about all these measurements. We will have it on our blog. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of paper, just whatever paper you want to use. I'm using some old Christmas paper that we've had since last year. These are going to need to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And we're going to cover our chipboard. And I'm just going to use some ATG tape on here. You can use your wet glue, whatever. I'm just going to do this for time's sake. It's a little bit quicker, and I think it'll hold fine on this little book. And you're just going to place your chipboard in the center of that. See, there's our page, and we're just going to place our chipboard in the center. And then you're just going to go around and you're just going to fold that up. And I usually take my bone folder and I take the end that where you really can press up in there. And when I fold it up with my finger, I just take my bone folder and go across it. It just breaks the fibers a little bit and keeps the paper from cracking when you fold it around the chipboard. Then you want to cut out your corners. And when you cut your corners out, make sure that you leave just a little bit at the edge. I just cut mine at a little bit of a curve like that, and I leave just a little bit right there at that point. You can always cut a little more off, but you can't add back, so it's better to cut less than to cut too much. Right, so that's all I do there. And then I'm just going to take my ATG again, and I'm just going to run it down through here on these. And when I say tiny book, this is going to be tiny. It's going to be 2 by 2. So it's going to be small. But it's going to be just right to give to someone at Christmas or to give to your mail person. Now I take the corners and I just peck those corners down, because they have a, see how they have a little bit of a point on them there? And if you just peck them down a little bit, it kind of rounds that corner off so that they don't tear. So that's all that I do right there. Okay, there is that one. We already have, if I can get a hold of this one, we already have this one done. I'm going to go over this, make sure that this sticks down well since I am using ATG. Now for the pages, you're going to need 5 pieces of paper that are cut at 4 by 4. And you're going to fold these in half and burnish. Then open up and fold them in half the other way. That is all the fold that we're going to do right there. Now you want to point on these. As you can see how I've done these, you want that little triangular point. So the way I do it might not be the way that everybody else does it, but I just start at one of my corners there, and I just fold that in and make sure that these pieces fit together, and then I just press that down just like that. So I just started at my corner and just made sure that these fit together and then pressed it down, and then I go back in with my bone folder and just press over it a little bit. So it's just like that. Now you're going to come to the opposite side, this piece right here, and you're just going to cut up on that score line. And then you're going to cut most of this off. You're going to leave about 1/2 inch, something like that. And you're just going to miter those corners. Okay, so now you have that. So the way I close this, I put my adhesive on there, and then I take my little point and I just bring it over on this one, fold that one down, just make sure that all my little edges are meeting, and then I just pull that over and close it down, and when you open it up, there you have your little triangle. So that's all that you do right there. Okay, so I've already folded the other ones. Now you can decorate these, put any kind of messages, notes, whatever in here that you want. I'm just going to decorate mine a little bit using some of the little sentiments and things that came out of the paper. I'm just going to put some of these down in there. So it's just going to be a little message book for a friend. You can put a little hanger on here. They can hang it on their Christmas tree. Just whatever you would want to do with this. You could even put little photos in here if you wanted to. So there's that one. I think we will put, I'm going to clip this end off of this one. It's a little bit long. I think we'll put that one right there. Each one of these just says something different about Christmas and the Christmas spirit. Okay. Whoops. And let's see. I think we will clip the end of this one off. And I'm just going to clip it off right there where it's showing. And then we'll put this one down right there. Now you can decorate this a lot more. I'm just going to do a little bit of decorating. I mainly wanted to show you the book, how the book goes together. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got Merry Christmas. We can put that down there. And you could put it on the other side. You don't have to put them all on one side. I'm just sticking them down real quick. But you can decorate as much or as little as you want, like I always tell you. Just make sure that all of your little fold-up points are down at the bottom when you start decorating. So let's clip this off. And a little bit off of here. And then we're ready to put this one down. It says something special. Alright, and then we have, let me see. I like that love, hope, and joy. I like that right there. So we're going to put that on that side. And just for you, I think we'll put that on. Got that one really crooked right there. But we're going to leave it because it's already stuck down. But this one's crooked. You can do a much better job than me. Probably if you decorated this before you glued them together, it would be a lot easier. So before you cut that off and glue these together, go ahead and do your decorating. And then I think the rest of this I'm going to use for the front. So I'm going to use this little Santa Claus for the front. I'm going to put him up on a pop dot. Right there. And then this Merry Christmas, we're going to put that right across there. Then I'm just going to put that little Christmas bell hanging right there. as if it's hanging from that. Then we can put these together. I'm going to show you how to put them together, and then you can make these up as you want. Decorate them how you want and give them to your friends. Put a little piece of ribbon inside, and so they can hang them on their Christmas tree. Just make sure that when you're gluing these together that you glue all of these with this fold up point down at the bottom. Don't turn them or you won't have a book that you can open. So see, make sure that that's down at the bottom and that you glue it just like that. But if you use that glue, you can pull it apart real quick before it sticks. That's why I'm looking at each one of them. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. So when you fold that up, make sure that it goes like that. Just like that. So there is your little book, and this does look like that little star book that we made one day, doesn't it? Now just make sure that you're putting it on here the right way. We're going to glue this right here just like that. So we're going to put lots of adhesive on here, and then that's going to go down just like that. This is almost like that little book that I did, the little Christmas book I did the other day. And then we're just going to put the back on right there. So we're going to put some adhesive on here. And make sure that it's the right way up. And then just press that down. And there is your little book. When they open it up, they see all of the messages that you sent for them. All sweet messages. So that's, I think they call this rooms. I am not sure. I'd have to look back to see. But that is the little book, and I think it is so, so sweet. And you could go ahead and put a little belly band or something around this if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to. Started to say I might put that clip on there, but that's going to be way too big. But it'll stay closed to a point. So, but you could put a little belly band on it. You could put a little clasp on it to close it, whatever way that you wanted to. But then they can open it up if they want, and it'll sit on their table. Or if you put a little chain on it or a little piece of ribbon right down in there, they could hang it on their Christmas tree. Then they could see your message to them hanging on the Christmas tree. Alright guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.